shutting down the enemy bot lane is very much what I expect Rogue to be attempting to do in the early game, whereas Misfits, they're looking to scale. We've been seeing this a lot from them recently. Yeah. Their early games have not been the strongest, but their late game team fighting is... But in team fights, it can be very difficult for the Ryze to be able to approach. Now, Malrang, look at this pathing that we talked about. Hovering around Vetheo, looking for a gank. Shlatan doing the same in bot.
Vetheo able to walk away, but the flash room prison from Larssen will lock Vetheo underneath the tower. He's able to escape, but Malrang still gets the kill. Will not fall as the bot lane dive continues. Comp falls, Mersa tanks the tower, so does Shlatan. And now Trymbi is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Could back away from this one, and it looks like that's exactly what he'll do. Vetheo died, but Larssen burnt both his summoners to get that kill.
Certainly did. Comp needs to be careful here. 2v1, being locked down.
He's just going to get zapped and slowed, and there's nowhere to go for Comp. Neon needs one more auto. Mersa picks a helping hand there, takes the kill.
That very often will run that red smite because it offers a little bit more power in terms of the dueling, but I suppose the blue smite will make it a little bit easier in terms of ganks. Oh, Malrang just hits 5. He missed the Q.
Jump onto Mersa. Mersa flashed away, and as you say, Malrang put the Q behind the Lulu. And that Q is going to give you nothing. Meanwhile, Shlatan has been starting up this Drake, a Hex Tech on the menu for Misfits. And once again, Malrang takes a lot of time to try and get
able to find a kill. And while he did get the flash away from Mersa, off the back of it, Shlatan got themselves the Drake. He's going to set himself the Crab. He's going to get an earlier base off.
I'm just looking to go in here. Polymorph does come out. Mersa, though, just ignited and can't get away from Trymbi. Counter-Ignite has been used. Neon, not yet level 6. The map, you can see second in kill participation for his team. Vetheo, on the other hand, has been doing exactly the same things, just perhaps half a step behind, as we see Larssen going for one of these roams, gets the root, and there's nowhere for Neon to go. You can flash under your tower, but Larssen will gobble you up.
And this is exactly what I was able to play around his lanes, but exactly as Cadril and Shox were talking about on the analyst desk, it feels like that he was tracking Malrang and trying to keep control. As HiRit now looking for a duel.
Yeah, Larssen was spotted here. HiRit's going to go in with the Hexagon ultimatum, but here is Malrang, and HiRit's going to go back to the fountain. Malrang's on the chase here. Dragon's Rage kick was used. Shockwave flashed away from, and with the Super Mega Death Rocket coming in, it looks like Shlatan might want to invest a little bit more into this fight. Crescent Guard away. Mersa walking forward, hits him with a final auto. And that is enough for the kill. Larssen and Trymbi will try and defend their tower in the mid lane.
Wow, okay, so HiRit with the collapse.
Is he going to call the Forge God?
He's looking for it.
He's praging. It hits onto Shlatan with Trymbi here. That's going to be ebb and flow for the slow. Flash away from Shlatan. Avoids the Aqua Prison.
Still
1-0-1. The Rift Herald was not the best, and so that first neutral objective that they secured doesn't really pay off too much, but now Comp in a very difficult position. Larsen's coming across. TP available for no one on Misfits. Going to make it very difficult for them to keep trading onto this. Shlatan might look for Larssen. Pushes him away with the wind becomes lightning, but the chase is on. There's the Rune Prison, Call of the Forge God coming down as well. Crescent Guard knocked up. Comp dives into the middle of it, and even with the Super Mega Death Rocket to join the party, Larssen is able to secure the kill.
Comp able to stop this. Malrang's going to do what he can to try and slow the push from HiRit, and Neon and Mersa with this wave clear. I think they can stop this tower from going down.
Especially with the Call of the Forge God already being down. odoamne doesn't really have the same dive threat. And Comp, well, you've overstepped. You've got no flash. You're trying to trade back onto it. Neon dodges. Neon takes him out. That was just greed from Comp and beauty from Neon.
Flawlessly played. He is emoting in their face right now. He's saying, go on, I dare you to engage on me.
Well, here comes the TP. HiRit's going to join this party. Where we in terms of flashes, AD carries don't have them. Rest of the team do. odoamne has the Call of the Forge God too as HiRit steps straight into Larssen. He's rooted, he's kicked, and he is demolished in a second. Call of the Forge God comes out. Realm Warp behind now as they look for Neon. He's got a heal, he's got a Gale Force. He's going to try and get out of this one. Malrang pops the stopwatch immediately onto the Chompers, and the jungler is almost down, but Malrang able to survive. Tidal Wave coming out. Crescent Guard used as well. The Shockwave flashed away by odoamne as Misfits now all hail the retreat. They will walk back towards the bottom lane, but Neon wants to step forward once again. Larssen so tanky. Comp now. Gale forcing forward. Vetheo takes out Malrang on the back line. Neon continues to dance on the edge of death.
Mersa still has the ultimate available, and as long as Shlatan is alive, Misfits have a way to engage fights. But odoamne, with the TP available, wants to go back to base and rejoin the fray. HiRit is on the way as well. I feel that Rogue need to disengage from this.
You have to feel it because there's no Call of the Forge God and you've got no jungler for 13 seconds. Rogue will give it up. TP, base recall coming in from Trymbi. Third dragon of the game now secured by Misfits, and they fought that in a 4v5. HiRit was not there for the entire fight because he was back mulling his decisions in the fountain.
I feel like that it was a comedy of errors on both sides.
Larssen's stopwatch is on cooldown right now. He is at 3 items on this Ryze though. 2 items complete on Neon. That rapid fire cannon only builds on the range advantage that you already said Misfits have. We'll see what odoamne can do in this fight, because the Call of the Forge God could be make or break here for Rogue. Shlatan stepping forward, the Cullen coming out, Neon able to dodge away from it. Shlatan, though, takes about half his health bar, and now is separated from the team. Call of the Forge God only onto Mersa, he's still got the wild growth. Malrang dives into the pit. Rogue now on the back foot, Misfits stepping forward, and once again, Misfits will be the team to begin to retreat.
But look at how hard it is for Comp and Larssen to actually approach this Comp. That ball is just so threatening, and it's something that Rogue have to play around. Shlatan, though, gets lower.
Tidal wave, Shlatan needs the crescent guard, gets the wild growth. Dragon reset, Shlatan forced away. Neon low on mana, that means he's not going to be able to get so many rockets off in this fight, but Shlatan can still look for the engage. Malrang on it, the shockwave hits onto 2, but the blue team will secure it. It's Rogue who take the Dragon. Neon's going to start popping off though, and you can see the healing coming up. Oh, not quite the penta there, but Neon, he manages to get 2-1 on top of it for Vetheo.
Neon saw it. I know for a fact that he saw a penta in his eyes, and he could clean up that fight, but Larssen is able to...
You have to expect it will be the ever Frost for Ryze in the mid lane.
The frostier Frost.
The frostier Frost. Let's see. HiRit set up in a good position here. Has the Hextech ultimatum. If Comp oversteps, there's the zap. HiRit might just go for this immediately. Flashes forward. Comp locked up, but HiRit now on the backline. Pops a stopwatch, and Misfits can't get close enough to do anything, but still Comp dies. That was basically a 1v1 between HiRit and Comp, and HiRit comes out the victor. 1-for-1 traded. Misfits, though, able to take out the enemy AD carry. Is that enough for them to start the Baron?
Ooh, I think it's still risky for Misfits to just threaten a Baron right now. They need to get control over these waves. Malrang is looking for a...
Neon doesn't have flash.
Flank. As you rightly said, this could be big for Malrang.
But Shlatan's looking for the flank as well. Both junglers in good position. Will Larssen die before Malrang can get there? Malrang's on his way. Larssen with a stopwatch is still shut down, and Malrang too late to the party, my friend. The drinks are gone, the appetizers have been served, and you are too late to join this Barney. odoamne forced away from the tower. Malrang once again trying to come in. The Bellows breath from Odo stops him from being knocked up, and he will be able to escape back to his base.
And just like that, Misfits wipe Rogue off the map. Now they're in a position to go for the Baron. Vetheo just adding insult to injury as he chips away at the front line for Rogue. But they have the numbers, they have the damage, and they will have themselves a Baron.
And what a performance so far by Misfits. 3,000 gold ahead, Baron in their pocket, Dragon up soon.
Team fights, the way they're playing around their win conditions, Misfits is looking very strong. And Vetheo, what a performance from him. With all the pressure that was thrown towards him, now we'll see another fight.
HiRit isn't here, HiRit isn't here. Does have the Hex Gold made him with the Realm Warp onto the backline. Neon just cannot move. He is not allowed to play League of Legends. And what HiRit can do in the backline is not much at all. 2 kills over the Rogue as they look to fight back.
Oh my word, a classic cast of curse just as we start to sing the praises of Misfits as they're setting up for the final Drake. Rogue find themselves another fight, but Misfits have not given up yet.
Rogue missed, Larssen missed the overload there. Vetheo still has the shockwave. Shlatan rooted. Larssen on the chase. Shield. Crescent Guard gets them away. There's the shockwave, but they don't have the damage. Just can't quite peel through this skin of Rogue as they are unable to take them down, and it's a back and forth affair.
Beautifully. odoamne finding that pick onto Neon. You highlighted it, Medic. Neon just could not move.
No way.
Neon with the snipe!
What a game it has been, Vetheo. Oh no, you didn't have to do this.
The power pose from Jinx as well, I love it.
Larssen's been playing so well, observers. You didn't have to do this to him.
Look, he's just basing. He's just basing in his
That's what you
brush.
get for reading. Play games instead. Still very much in the lead here, Vetheo.
Well, let's put it into context. That's Flash and Ghost used for Larssen. That is the ultimate gone for Comp, Trymbi, and odoamne. All of the tools to start a fight have disappeared for Misfits, and Vetheo still has everything. Keep your eyes on this Orianna as Rogue approach the Baron.
Comp steps in, so does Neon. Flash forward by Shlatan, he knocks Malrang back. Secured, Vetheo takes the Baron. Malrang has to flash away, and now Neon starting to get a little excited, starting to get a little frisky, but you can't step in to the fog of war as the Realm Warp gets Ryze and Rogue away. Will they just start up this Dragon straight away? There's no vision control down towards this bottom side for Misfits, but they continue to advance into the fog of war, into the darkness, into Rogue. Malrang trying to burst it down, does have the smite, but HiRit dives onto the backline. Neon trying to get away from odoamne. The Dragon down to 300. Larssen hit with a shockwave. He will kill off Mersa, but he pops a stopwatch just before he goes down. The Dragon no longer the target for Misfits. They're hungry for blood, and Rogue are providing it. 2 more for Neon. A third goes over to HiRit, and and Neon on the chase wants to make it lucky number 3. Misfits clean up the fight.
It is an ace for Misfits as they dance around the Baron beautifully.
Looking to end the first week 5 in the only week 5. Yes. Misfits, so what a performance by them. They held Rogue at bay in the early game, and then scaling and scaling and scaling, they made like a crocodile and scaled all the way to the win.
In a minute.
They're still scaling, Benny. Gotta pad those CS numbers.
Great game from Misfits. Really, really well played from start to finish. Huge props to them. What I think is really interesting about this team is we saw a lot of roster changes at the beginning of the split. Obviously, there was a lot of discussion and contention, but what we saw last year was that in spring, it was about growth, evolution, development, and then in summer, it's really where this roster sort of popped off. Already, though, I think we're seeing a lot of the core strengths that they had built up last split already being implemented now. And while the addition of Shlatan did change the